Hi everybody and welcome to my sewing room. Today we're going to get back into Design Center on my Solaire, so don't go away. My name is Rosemary and this is Enchanting Rosemary Sewing and Embroidery. Okay, so it is the middle, somewhere like that in May. The weather is absolutely beautiful outside. The sky is blue and I'm feeling a little bit of warmth coming over me, so I'm wearing actually a summer top. It's Sunday, and what I thought I would do today is go into Design Center and show you some of the drawing tools where we will literally draw right on the screen and see what we can come up with. And what I thought I would kind of play around with is my logo. And those of you who have watched my videos know that my logo is a fairy, and this goes all the way back to probably, I would say probably 25 years ago, when I drew a little fairy using what they call stippling, which is an ink pen technique where you just kind of do dot, 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 dot all over the screen. I used to do it all the time when I was going to college and learning about art. And this is the fairy that I drew. I know this is a really bad picture because I can't find the original copy of it. And this is the one that I have on my Instagram channel. But that was the original one. And then when I decided I wanted a logo for Enchanting Rosemary, I decided that I have a daughter who also went to college and has a graphic arts degree, and so I said, would you please draw one for me that looks a little bit more commercial? So she took that original picture and she turned it into this one, which is my current logo that I'm using for Enchanting Rosemary. And those of you who I haven't kind of explained this to a little bit, is when I first started making my dolls, I wanted to call them Rosemary's Enchantments. And then I decided to call it Enchanted Rosemary, like the rosemary plant was enchanted. And then I had to change it again because they just wouldn't let me do it on my Etsy channel. They kept saying that it was already taken. I don't know exactly what happened, so I changed it to Enchanting Rosemary. So if you've ever been curious of my crazy name, that's where it comes from. And I want to just show you how we can do a little drawing on the Solaire. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to do it with my logo, because I've been wanting to make an embroidery out of it for some time. So let's go to the Solaire sewing machine and let's see what we can do with that. Okay, I'm in front of my Solaire sewing machine. I'm trying to see if I can do this so that you can see it. Hopefully you'll be able to see pretty much of what I'm doing. I'm going to come in through, you have three different ways to import a picture. You have a line drawing, an illustration drawing, and a background. I want to do the background image because I'm going to draw on this. So I'm going to go through my USB stick, and I have this picture on my USB stick. If you didn't know, you can bring pictures in through a USB on the Solaire sewing machine without using the app. So I'm going to hit the logo and set that down. And there's my logo, and it's very light. I could darken it up again, but if I darken it up, I won't be able to see what I'm drawing. So like, see right here, it makes that part really light. I want to make it lighter so I can see the lines and still be able to see her. So I'm going to zoom in as close as I can go. On the Solaire, it's 800. On the Luminaire and the Solaris, it's actually, I can't remember, 1400. You can get pretty close. Okay, so I'm going to get the pencil, and I'm going to use the running stitch and make it black. Say okay, and then I'm going to just try and draw the eye. There's one, and there's two. I think those look pretty good. Now, I've said this before in class a whole lot of times. I don't want to draw all this detail in here because this is thread that we're thinking about, not ink. So if I draw a lot of detail, the thread will probably bunch up and won't look good. So I'm going to try and keep this as simplistic as possible. I got a little blurb right there. I'm going to use my eraser, start back here, and just slowly move in until I get rid of that blurb there. Now to do the eye itself, I want to use my paintbrush. I'm going to hit this. I'm going to pick black, and And then I'm going to, I want to use the smallest paintbrush as possible, which is this one up here on the top. So I'm going to say okay. And then I'm going to draw. I'm going to be very careful. Probably not get a perfect circle, but I don't think at the size I'm going to embroider this out, it's going to be that noticeable. So there's her eyes. Now I'm going to go back to my drawing pencil, and I'm going to try and get her eyebrows by just kind of going up and down. Sometimes when you use the pencil to do a straight line, it still comes out to be a straight line. So I'm going to try and hope that that makes her eyebrows a little thicker. And then to draw her nose, I'm going to, again, keep it simple. So I want to go this way, make a line. Whoops, that's bad. Let me do this again. Line this way, align this way. I don't think the dots are working very good, but I think that'll work. Now let's move it down just a little bit, and let's do her mouth. It's very pixelated, but I think it's going to get what we're trying to do. Color this in. And then I'm just going to make a little line for the bottom part of her lip. Now let's do her cheek. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I don't want to put all the shading in here. I just want this to be pretty much a line drawing. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to draw nope, don't like that. Let's go back. Try this again. I'm going to rest my hand as much as I can so it doesn't come out wobbly. That's a little better. And then let's draw our hair. And I'm just going to kind of draw a few strands of hair. I'm not going to get crazy here. And then here's her neck. And I'm going to draw these lines. And I don't want to put all the shading in here, but I am going to draw this line here for her neck bone. And then let's move the square over a little bit so I can get her hair here. Okay, so then let's move the square this way. I'm going to draw her sleeve in like that, and let's do the side of her shirt here. And then her hair actually comes down. I'm going to draw it. I'm going to cheat a little bit and draw her hair even longer than the way that picture has it, because some of that wing is a little bit much. And there's her shirt coming down here, coming down here. Let's move this down. Now her hand, I want to get right. I want it to look like a hand. So let's get a little closer. And I'm not going to draw these fingernails, but I am going to try and make this look like fingers. So let's see what I can do here. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll look a little bit like fingernails. Okay, so now let's go over here. I'm going to move out a little bit and draw her shoulder. Now she has got this kind of raggedy top on. So I'm not going to worry too much about whether I get this exactly the way the original picture is. I just want to make it look like a raggedy top. So that's good. This will come down. This will come down. And this is her leg, so I want to make sure I get this as, let's see, let's do a plus. Move this over here. I'm going to try. I'm going to put my hand in the way. I'm sorry, but I got to get this as smooth as I possibly can. And move this down so I can get this foot in here. Here's a toe. Here's a toe. There, that looks pretty good. Let's move this over here. Here's her other knee. Here's her foot. Whoops. There. I think that looks pretty good. Let's minus out of this. See what we have so far. I have her shoulder and her arms. I don't have the side of her body there. Now let's do some of these wings. Now what I thought I would do with the wings, oops, wait a minute. Let's get in here and fix this hair up here on top. Okay. So she has flowers in her hair. So I am going to just kind of draw some little wiggly flowers. I'm not gonna try and trace this. When I embroider this out, I'm probably gonna make it small. So I don't care whether the flowers look like flowers. Now let's draw the top of her head and put some hair lines in that. Okay, that's good. I like that. So let's go on and do the wings. So minus, let's move it over here. Now this is where I want to use the paintbrush. So I'm going to hit the paintbrush. Again, I want it to be the smallest paintbrush available. And then I'm going to go up and around here. And we're going to do this and straight down to her shoulder here. And then this one is also going to be done with the paintbrush because I want it to be a little thicker. Whoops, undo. Let me see if I can do this way. And then this one. You're going to be able to do this a whole lot better because you won't have a camera between you and the screen. So that's basically her wings, but I want to put some details, so I'm going to put the pencil in there and I'm going to draw these lines and these lines. And then I want to use the paintbrush again to draw some of these dots because I think it'll make the wings just a little bit prettier. And she's got like a little thing right there that I think needs. So let's move it over here. Let's do it again. I got the paintbrush still. So there's that one. And then get the pencil again to put this detail in here. Then I'm going to get the paintbrush again and draw those dots. Got a dot here, a dot here, a dot here, a dot here. Okay, so let's zoom out. And I'm going to take the picture, the original picture out so I can see what I've drawn. I kind of like it. I think it looks pretty good. I might want to go in and thicken some of these. And one of the nice things about the paintbrush is that if you use the paintbrush, you can come in here and thicken these lines. You can also use the eraser, get really, really close. Let's get really, really close. Use the eraser and erase parts that you know you didn't do very well. Straighten that up, make it look prettier like that. So I'm going to minus it out, minus it out. Okay, so I got this pretty much finished the way I want it. Her wings look pretty good. I like it. I like the way it came out. I want to make her a little bigger because I want her to fit the hoops. So I'm going to choose this and I'm going to draw a line around her. So the whole thing is selected. And then I'm going to hit size and I'm going to size out just a little bit. And then I'm going to say okay and next and preview. Let's see what she looks like. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with the way that came out. The wings need a little bit of work. I might go back in and fix the wings a little bit before I sew her out. But for the most part, I really like the way she came out. So I'm going to go ahead and set her down. And then I want to go under edit size. Before it was artwork, now it is actually embroidery. And it already has all the detail and everything that I wanted it to pick up. So actually I'm going to go back the other way and I'm going to make it small so that it's more like a logo that I could sew on the front of a shirt or something, make her smaller and make her fit, or add the enchanting rosemary on there by typing it in there. All you have to do is push add, go into the letters and go ahead and type your letters in there. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew her out and then I'm going to show you what she looks like. Okay, so I'm back and here is my embroidery. I added the enchanting rosemary around it. After I brought it from Design Center into the embroidery part, I just typed the letters in using the letters that were inside my sewing machine. I actually am completely blown away by how pretty this is. I kind of expected it to be a little bit messy, but you know, you can't even tell the parts that are wobbly lines or anything like that. I'm impressed with it. I think I embroidered this out on some what they call craft velour, which is a nice polyester stretch fabric, and I did it with brown embroidery thread, and I have some brown kind of suede-like fabric that I can sew and make it into a purse or something. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do with it. So I'm really pleased with the way it came out. It is, like I said before, it's the end of May and it's Sunday, and this next week in Colorado, in Castle Rock, they're going to have the Sewing and Crafting Festival, and I'm going to be there. So if you're in the Colorado area and you're going to go to the Castle Rock show, come up and say hi. Tell me that you watch my channel. I always feel wonderful when somebody tells me that they watch my channel and they like my videos and they actually learned how to use their sewing machine a little bit better by watching my videos. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, if you would like and subscribe, make a comment, whatever, so that I know you're watching and you're enjoying my channel, and I'll keep doing as many videos as I can try and think up something to do on your sewing machine. In the meantime, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time.